good morning. Welcome to Mella's vlog. So I haven't been able to do a video on here for a long time, and the primary reason is because I moved, and these last several months it has taken me every bit of focus and energy to keep the other two channels going and to have obtained a very short stint of a job. So, and I've got teaching jobs that are, I consider definitely more of a long term. So I update you on all of those things over on Echo Art with Carmela T and my other channel, Vermont Sun and Shade. So, I was thinking a couple things. This channel, when I talked a little bit about stress and a little bit about health, people really liked that. And those are my finches, and I'll show you those in a minute. And I do share them also, this little Mashuki and Umi, and I share them on, yes, good morning, Vermont Sun and Shade. And also I'm on Echo Art, because that is Echo Art with Carmela T, because that is, they are very inspirational. And to some artists just get their inspiration, many from nature, right? And just things all around us. I get mine from everything, I swear, just everything. Whether it's good or bad or poet, well, for example, let's see. This week, actually, customer service is a funny thing, isn't it? There's certain stores you go in, and the staff, just no matter what, give their all. No matter what's going on, like at work or with them, they are just sweet as pie. That makes you go back. You really do. You go back because in your own life, you have things going on. And today, spending $1 here and there, it can be very, well, it is stressful. Let's put it that way. Everything's very expensive. So I did have an encounter. Call it an encounter. It wasn't a happy one at all. Now, here, I'll tell you the story, but I'm not going to tell you the name of the store. And I'm not going to describe it because it's too similar to many other stores that I absolutely love. But this particular store, I've gone in the last 3 times, and I've spent more than I normally would. And each time I went in, you know how you wait to go up to the register, and there were a few of them. But each time there was this one person, or in particular, well, it was one person, but a couple times it was a different person. But each of them, both times, called or went to someone who had come over well after me. Like, they were just coming up, but they didn't, you know how that is. They skipped you. They skipped me. So anyway, they did it 1, 2, and the third time, the particular individual he was all done with his customer, and he would not wait on me. And I had to ask, are you going to wait on me? He goes, well, actually, no, I'm going to answer the phone, because the phone had just rang. But there's 5 other departments that could have answered the phone. Like, I just happen to know that. So it didn't feel good at all, and that I had to even ask. So what I decided is, I was becoming a regular customer, and I decided there's so many other places I could go. Why am I waiting 10, 15 minutes when there, for some reason, whatever it was with this particular individual? Do I need to know the reason? And no. Do I need to go in there again? And no. So it's not a pleasant experience. Don't go in. Now, especially today, the stress factors are... Now, How do you know if it's intentional or not intentional? Because I have gone in many places where, let's say, the kind of crappy customer service, but I just adore the place. And the reason is it's not intentional. You know what I mean? They're genuine, they're humane, they treat you decent. And but when your gut or intuitive is telling you this is not right and this is intentional and this is getting a bit stressful for me to be standing here like this, what I should have done in this particular store is just put everything down and leave. I didn't really even need to get any of these things there. So going forward, that's what I will do. But talking about stress, yes, today you need to manage your stress. Some people don't recognize that, but you need to manage it and keep it in perspective. And if you feel like you're losing your perspective and you notice it's in a situation, and I dare to say whether it's at work, in a classroom, or it's in a store, or wherever it is, know that yes, you can take control of certain situations and you can manage it better. Certain things we don't have control of. Certain things happen around us and we don't have control. And I'm not saying let's be control freak, because the best thing that has worked in my life, and I'm getting older, as people say, but is to realize to let go. There's certain things that are totally not worth it. And for me, as I realize, for me, actually to even recognize a stress factor is gotta be pretty prominent. And this was. Because when I asked this gentleman if he was going to wait on me, and he goes, well, actually, no. And then when I was trying to kind of like break the ice a little bit at the register, after he was on the phone 5 minutes, and still no one was waiting on me, but the other girls were busy. But I got to the register and I said, well, I didn't mean to ask, but I says, it does happen to me. And he goes, well, why do you think that is? And I very quickly, the little facetious me says, I don't know. What do you think? I didn't know. I mean, I love going in this particular place. I'm always smiling. I just love it. But I'm not going in anymore because I don't love it anymore. Anyway, so I just think this channel on Mella's Vlog, if I share little things like that, and just because I feel many other people have totally experienced this, there's no way you haven't. Maybe you've gone in a place once and you've been not happy with their customer service. But this is the thing. Customer service today, I don't expect a lot. People aren't making enough to even pay their rent. The rents are 2-3 times more than what they're making or what any of us are making. And it's frightening as all can be. And so they're having to live with, a lot of people are having to live with a lot of people again. That's how a lot of people got through the Great Depression, is they lived with family members and friends and shared the expenses. So I'd like to think we can kind of commune and do that again, But anyway, I just wanted to jump on here and I'll share my little sweethearts with you here. For those of you, we're just in the middle of, we just did a little clean. Hi, you say hi. They know the video now. They absolutely know. Yes, Mashiki and little Umi, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's just the little camera. For some reason, they're getting to know that and they don't like it. So anyway, I had bought this and they don't like this at all. So I have to take all the feathers off of it. And they're going to be getting a bigger cage next month. So check out Chewy.com because they had a lot. Oh no, it was someone sent. Oh yes, not someone, my son actually. It's not just someone. I was just thinking off the top of my head. Temu. They have bird cages, and Chewy has bird cages. So check them out. And with that, you have an absolutely beautiful day. I'll just see you in the next one. I was just kind of rambling on this one, but I think if I do share different little things like that, maybe it will help someone out there too. Let me know if you had a. I haven't had a customer service experience, I'm going to be honest with you, in years. So this really stood out to me, and it didn't feel good. So let me know how yours was and what it was. I'd be very curious to know. So thank you, and have a beautiful, beautiful day.